Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie, as you already know, and today I am going to be telling you about my rats. Sorry, it took me a really long time to even think of that. I don't know why my brain seized, but so yeah, today we're going to be talking about my rats, and as you know, I have 4 wonderfully beautiful rats. They're in the back right now eating their dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever, and I knew when I first got them that they have health issues and they have a lot of things wrong with them, but holy shit, I've been on a crazy ride. So let's start out from the very beginning. And as you can tell by the title of the video, you kind of already know what's about to happen. But so when I first got the rats, I made a video about like getting them and how they were sick and stuff. And so when I first got them, they had like little sneezy stuff, and like I've gotten to the point where like that's pretty normal. They go through phases where like they sneeze a little bit more than usual, and then they usually are better by like a day or two later. So I don't feel the need to always take them to the vet because of their respiratory stuff. And so yeah, but then after that, my rat Boo, he started. So rats have this like discharge around their eyes and their noses, and he had a regular amount of it around both of his eyes and his nose, and that worried me for a while. But he had that when we went to the vet, or when we went to the vet and got medicine, and it went away a little bit, but it still pretty much stuck around. So we were like, okay, we're just gonna wait it out and see what happens, because every vet visit's like $100 and something. So if we can avoid it and help them and like they can get healthy on their own, then that's what we're gonna try to do. And so then after like it was like 4 months after we got them, his eyeball. So okay, Boo's eyeball, the crustiness got so bad that I felt the need to like wipe it away, just because it was so crusty. Which, mistake on my part, do not. If your rat has that crusty stuff, do not wipe it away. Let them clean it off and let them deal with it themselves, because it will just make it worse if you wipe it away with your own hands. There is ways of using like a hot cloth to compress their eye to help loosen up the stuff, but you can't wipe it. You can't do any of that because it could potentially scratch their eye and make them go blind. So, and that I'm pretty sure is what had happened, because literally the next day or the day after, his eye started to bulge out. It bulged out like that far. I don't know if you can tell. I can try to post a video of it, but the only video I had was really, really dark, so you can't really see it. But it got super worse. Day by day, it got super worse, and I kept putting like warm stuff over it to maybe try to clean it out. But at that point, we're like, okay, well, he lost his eye. Like it was really awful, like to see this all happen. And so yeah, his eye started swelling up, and then we're like, okay, so we have to take him to the vet. And the next day we were like, okay, we're going to call the vet tomorrow and see. Like, this is like a week of this happening. And then there was a day where I was like, okay, we're going to call the vet tomorrow and we're going to plan something. And then the next day, the day we were planning on calling, his eyeball, like, it wasn't like fine, but it wasn't there. Like, it popped out or something happened. So with rats, their eyes stick out just slightly, and it's not sticking out anymore. So that was traumatizing, like seeing that all happen and seeing like the experience he had to go through. But the entire time he acted completely normal, like he was fine. And I think it has something to do with, because white rats, he has red eyes. White rats with red eyes, they have a hard time seeing already, because I think it's something to do with them having albino eyes. And so he relies more on his nose and his ears to figure out like how to get around and stuff. And so he ended up being fine, and then now he's a normal rat and he just has one eyeball. So we also have a rat, or a hedgehog. Oh my god. We also have a hedgehog that has one eyeball, and the vet was going to charge him like $1,000, my boyfriend $1,000 to remove it, and he was like 16 when this happened, so we didn't have $1,000 to just like go spend on that kind of stuff. So he waited it out and gave her the medicine that she needed to have, and it fell out and she's fine. She just has one eye, because like the rats with red eyes, hedgehogs don't really use their eyes. They are more reliant on their sense of like smell and hearing to move around, because they're nocturnal and they can't see in the nighttime anyways. So yeah, so that was the story of Boo. And then it was about a week, 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago. Was fine. Everyone's been acting healthy, and I go to pick up Pumpkin, my rat with a neurological disorder, and I feel something really abnormally large hanging from his downside, and I was like, "Did you poop on me?" But like, it was that big. It was the size of a quarter or bigger, and so I was like, it was weird. I set him down, and it looked like there was an umbilical cord coming out of his ass attached to what looked like a lung. And I started freaking out. Like, I was like, okay, shit. My rat just shit out his intestines. Like, what the hell am I going to do? Sorry, you can't see my eyes. There you go. I was like, what the hell am I going to do? Like, I started freaking out. I started crying. And I thought my rat was going to have to die or be put down or was going to die because he didn't have, like, he was shitting out his intestines. Like, what the fuck? Um, and so I called the vets all night, like all the like 24-hour vets, and they said, I don't know, like you have to take him in. And so the next morning, I got up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I went over to my vet, which is like a city away from us, because unfortunately, anyone anywhere in Lansing doesn't have, like, they don't take care of rats. Even like MSU, and I don't know if you would know what MSU is. MSU is like MSU. Bleh, is like the veterinary college of our state. So their veterinary hospital doesn't take care of exotic animals, which is weird, but whatever. So we took him to the vet, and it's like Williamston, I think, and we took him in, and the vet like picked him up and was looking at him, and as he's looking at my rat's like he wobbles his head like this, and so he's like doing this, trying to keep him in his hands, and so he looks at it for a really long time, and he's literally just like playing with it, like whatever he has, he's playing with it and like looking at it like really closely. He has no idea what it is, and my boyfriend said something about it being like a testicle, and so he's like, and then he looks down again. He realizes it's not even coming out of his asshole. It's coming out of a tiny little hole in his ball. Like, in his balls. There was a tiny little hole. It was literally, I don't even have anything to like show you. It was so small, and the ball came out, and it was this big. I have no fucking clue how this happened. But the vet was like, the hole is all healed. There's no blood. Like, I don't even know how it happened. Like, I've never seen anything like this before, ever. And I've never heard of anything like this. He said that we were extremely lucky that this is what it was, that he popped out his testicle, because if it was anything else, he would have died. So we were really lucky. But yeah, so my rat actually popped out a testicle. This is my experience with owning animals. This happens every time I own animals. Something fucking weird happens. Like, I get the weirdest stories to tell. There's been so many times where people be like, why do you even, like, how does this even happen? Like, how do your animals seem to do this? Like, I take care of them normally. Like, they all are healthy. They like to play. Guys, be nice. I just put a new, like, kids toolbox in there for them to sit in, which is really cute. I'm very excited about it. But yeah, they play fight all the time. They do that in the middle of the night. I'll be sleeping, and I just hear squeak, 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 roll, roll, roll. It seems like they're like fucking throwing each other all around the fucking cage. Anyways, so yeah, he popped out a testicle. All I had to do was get him neutered, and so the past like 10 days, I've been carrying him in this little blue basket everywhere with me, everywhere. Like, besides like work and school, like I'll take him to my boyfriend's parents' house. We'll have dinner. We'll be sitting with him. I give him syringes full of water all the time. Like, it's super cute. I'll have to put in a video of him drinking out of the syringe. I'll fill it up with water and I'll go dee dee dee, and he'll like just lick it. It's so cute. But yeah, we bonded a lot over this past 10 days of me fixing my rat's testicles. So I paid $220 to fix my rat's balls. So what a week. Anyways, so yeah, that was my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. And also, I know I don't post as regularly as I wanted to. I'm just trying my best here. I am dealing with a lot of shit right now. Like, my city just started charging people to park on the street overnight, and my rental doesn't have enough parking to suit 4 vehicles. So my boyfriend and I had to park on the street, and when we rented the house originally, that was legal. So we're dealing with that. A bunch of other things, and I am moving in like a month or two back into my parents' house because I want to save a bunch of money, because my plan is in the next 2 years I want to move up north after I'm done with school. So go see or live up in like the Traverse City area. I don't know if you know Michigan at all, but that's where I'm going to end up, I think. It's nice up there. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my video. I need to look at the camera, not the me. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will, if you want more rat stories or more solutions on how I deal with all of this, and like if you have a similar situation, like I hope this video has helped you. Yeah. But, and also, if you have any advice for me, like what I should be doing and easier ways to treat my rats without having to spend so much money on taking to the vet, I would love to know. So, thank you. Hope you enjoy.